So this video is to talk about the new abilities that are to come for episode 6 or for the Japanese PSO2. We are at the end of episode 6 and we are getting a new emergency quest on September 2nd, 2020. If you want to understand most of this video, I would advise you guys to actually watch the video talking about how to make Astral Soul, Mana Rev, and Artifact, because this will play a factor to getting particular abilities, especially the last one, Guardian Soul. So, bunch of people gave me some data links, data mine information talking about these things, and I know how to make the Guardian Soul more than the Absolute Glare. Absolute Glare should follow the same format like Astral Soul, Mana Rev, and Artifact. If you do want to share the information, if you do have it, you can put it in the comments below. But yeah, let me talk about these abilities. Shiva Glare, Origin Glare, Photonic Glare, Glare Catalyst, Absolute Glare, and then Guardian Soul. With Absolute Glare and Glare Catalyst and Photonic Glare, they're gonna go hand in hand in a sense. So you're gonna need 4 Glare Catalysts plus the Photonic Glare to make an Absolute Glare. If it follows the same structure and format like the other abilities like Astral Soul, Mana Rev, and Artifact, you need 4 Glare Catalysts plus a Photonic Glare, and then you can get an Absolute Glare at 60%. I don't know what you need exactly to make Photonic Glare and Glare Catalyst. You might need a couple glares to actually make a Glare Catalyst, like 4 of the glares that are out there, or maybe 2 or 3. And then when it comes to Photonic Glare, you might have to combine like Origin Glare with another glare like Shiva maybe or something. We'll get more information in due time. Once again, if you do have a bit of information on that, you can put it in the comments. Now for Guardian Soul, I have the information talking about that. But yeah, Absolute Glare, all plus 40, HP plus 30, PP plus 3. So this is actually good, and it's better than the Artifact in a way, but just note that Artifact can give you a lot of PP. So if I go over here and if I type in the name of Artifact will be able to give you all plus 30, HP plus 10, PP plus 6. Now if you're wondering what the all stats is, pretty much if I go over here, for example, let me get rid of that and click on Astral Soul. If I try to get Astral Soul has all plus 35, HP plus 35, and plus, I think it's 5 PP. Yeah, so you can see, there it is. But when it comes to the all stat, it's in reference to Dexterity, SRT, Attack, and SRT Defense. So it's going to be plus 30 right there. So yeah, Absolute Glare, once again, going to be a combination of Glare Catalysts and then Photonic Glare. It's an all plus 40, HP plus 30, and then PP plus 3. I am going to make a separate video going further into how to toy around with glares. They're not that hard. Instead of having 3 as the maximum number, you only need 2 to actually get the maximum number and get it to transfer onto a weapon in our unit. So the Shiva Glare will give you plus 30 in R and T attack, plus 20 in SRT defense, and then plus 20 HP and plus 2 in PP. There's a Metra and Varuna Glare as well. You can use those as an alternative. Origin Glare, plus 30 S attack, plus 30 R attack, plus 30 T attack, plus 10 RST defense, and then plus 20 HP and PP. So it's kind of like an all stat, but it does not have any dex, and it doesn't emphasize heavily on the defense, but it can at least give you plus 30 in terms of SRT attack. And then Photonic Glare, all plus 15, so SRT attack, SRT defense, plus 15 HP, and then plus 2 PP. Glare Catalyst, plus 10 HP, plus 1 PP. You would want to use this as an actual affix on your weapon or in our unit. You will want to use this in trying to make the Absolute Glare. And then I already covered about Absolute Glare. So yeah, that's most of the glares right there. Let me talk about the giant motherfucker down there at the very bottom of the list, a Guardian Soul. All plus 70, HP plus 70, plus 7 PP. I don't need to spell this out. Hopefully I don't need to emphasize on this, but yeah, this motherfucker says 70. This is the biggest stat multiplier by itself. No other ability that I know of in-game can hit 70 by itself, and as an all-rounder ability. You don't believe me? Alright, let's go to fucking Affix Simulator. So, the one ability that I know that can give you 60 attack would be a Grand. For example, Grand P, that's Grand Power. Guess what? It's not even in the fucking 70 numbers. It's a 60. HP is only 20, and then PP is plus 5. This thing is 70. All. So it's not only giving you 70 S attack, it's giving you 70 R attack, giving you 70 T attack, also 70 HP, and plus 5 PP. That's huge. This thing by itself, I keep on going to that one. Ignore that. You did not see it yet. I'm gonna go to that tab in a bit. But yeah, this thing is 70, 70, and 7. All 70. 70 dex, 70 SRT attack, 70 SRT defense. That's fucking big. This thing can only give you 20 HP. 20 and plus 5. Well, the 5 is good, but like the HP is not as high compared to that Guardian, so yeah. And then also note that when it comes to Artifact and Astral, so if you combine those two together, it's not you need to combine those two to try to get close to that 70 number. Like Astral by itself, plus 30 in all, plus 35 HP, and then plus 5 PP. Artifact by itself, all plus 30, HP plus 10, PP plus 6. If you add them together, it's gonna be all plus 65, HP plus 45, PP plus 11 if you just add those two abilities together in terms of their stat multipliers. So this Guardian Soul is fucking big. And from what I was told, this can be placed on your unit as well. It's not just your weapon. It can be placed on your unit. You might be saying, Morph, I want this thing. How do I get it? Here's the answer. You may not like it. To get Guardian Soul, it needs Absolute Glare, Mana Reverie, Artifact, and Astral Soul within its formula. And when you try to transfer it, it's only 10 fucking percent. 10%. 10%. You might be saying, Morph, what the fuck? Alright, so there is a way to tackle this. I will most likely demonstrate it in-game later when I get the pieces. So if you already got 3 of these 4, you are good, because there is a way to easily go for it. But you will want to try to keep some of these other abilities as well. Like, for example, Artifactor, you want to get that and have it to transfer over as well, because it's still an all-rounder ability. I don't know if they're going to add a Reverie Catalyst. I got a few... No, Reverie Receptor. I got a feeling that they might. I might be wrong, though. But, yeah, there's a couple ways to go about it. But, yeah, that's what you need to make a Guardian Soul. To make this glorious affix, this glorious ability augment, you need 4 of these. Now, you can obviously put them on one unit by itself, along with several other things. But, yeah, this is what you're dealing with. This is what you had to toy around with. So that concludes this video. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, put it down below. If you're gonna ask me if I'm gonna go for Guardian Soul and Absolute Glare, hell yeah I am. Because I'm a fucking affixer. This is something optional. You don't need to do this. But for me, as an affixer, and me talking about affixes half the time and doing all this shit, this is something I need to qualify myself in. Like, no, I don't really need to, but the thing is, I'm an affixer. I take pride in my shit. I take pride in my work. I'm gonna make this motherfucker. I'm gonna put this on all my goddamn units. This is why I did not affix as heavily on Affix Week. I made a bunch of fodder pieces, but I was like, what do I need to do with these motherfuckers? I decided to keep them, and I'm hoarding them for this specific purpose. Guardian Soul. I want to make this thing. And I already got like some protections that I can use because I've been hoarding them and I wasn't really using them for anything else. So yeah, and I got several other things that I can use too to get this to an 8 slot as well. This is why you want to use the ability transfer process, but this is why you might want to also reset your units as well, so you could try to aim for this Guardian Soul. Once again, I'll make separate videos in due time talking about the formulas to go about this. Affix Simulator does not have Guardian Soul in just yet. Yeah, it does not have Guardian Soul yet. So when it does, I will show you guys the things that I have in mind if I'm still around. Note that the thing that's going on in real life for me is still going to kick in. So yeah, I am going to give you guys some formulas and stuff when this is out as well, especially if you want to use Absolute Glare instead of like the crack ability, or if you want to somehow combine Guardian Cell with some of the other things as well. You'll see them in due time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.